class, we discussed the Coulomb's law numericals. Even today's class also, we'll discuss some of the numericals. We'll try to complete from 3 to 9, and then we'll go to the electric field. Next topic after Coulomb's law, it is electric field. Okay. Okay, fine. Before going to see the numericals, okay, let us revise the formulas in the Coulomb's law. It is first one. It is the force between the two charged particles is given as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square when the two charged particles are placed in air or vacuum. Okay, that is where epsilon naught is the permittivity of the system, okay, which is placed in air or vacuum. Okay, this we can also write it as f air. F medium, I can write it as 1 by 4 pi epsilon times q1 q2 by r square. By definition of relative permittivity, we can write as epsilon r, that is epsilon by epsilon naught, which is nothing but dielectric constant. Okay, these are the formulas are there in the Coulomb's law. Okay, up to second question we did in our last class. See the third question. Two small conducting spheres, each of mass, are suspended from the same point by non-conducting strings of length 100 centimeter. They are given equal and similar charges until the strings are equally inclined each to the vertical, the charge on the sphere. That means here I am having an two conducting spheres like this. I am having one sphere and another one. Okay, and it is having a length of each string it is. With respect to vertical, it is making an angle 45 degrees. You can see. Okay, fine. Okay, both the spheres are having the equal charges. Okay, see, they are given equal and similar charges. Suppose q, and this one it is q. Vertically downwards from the center of mass of each sphere, vertically downwards, we are having mg. Okay, na? Is it fine? Okay. Okay, fine. Now you can see here it is 90. Let us consider here we are having a tension T. Okay, here we are having a tension T. Okay, this I can write it as T sine 45, and this one I can write as T cos 45, which is equal to mg. So 2T cos 45 is equal to, okay, is equal to 2 times mg. Okay, so here I can write it as, okay, or else we can write it as tan 45, tan 45. Okay, okay, that is opposite side by adjacent. Okay, here opposite side, that is the force between the two charged particles, I'll write as F. By adjacent side, that is nothing but weight, that is mg. So I can write as F is equal to mg times tan 45. Okay, now is it fine? See, tan 45. Okay, tan 45, I can say this is the F. Okay, and here it is mg. Okay, since tan 45 is equal to 1, F is equal to mg. Okay, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Both are having the same charges, so I will write as q square by separation distance. This one, r square is equal to mg. Now this is my separation distance. Suppose let us consider this is r naught. First of all, I'll find r naught. First of all, I'll find r naught. They gave the length as 100 centimeter. That is nothing but 1 meter. Okay, sine 45 equal to r naught by l. Okay, na? Sine 45 is equal to r naught by l. Okay, so 1 by root 2 equal to r naught by 1. That is r naught equal to 1 by root 2 meter. 1 by root 2 meter. Okay, so 9 into 10 power 9 q square into 2. Mass mass of each sphere, it is 9 into 10 power minus 4 kg. 9 into 10 power minus 4 g, that is 10. Okay, that is 2 times 10 power 9 q square is equal to 10 power minus 3. So q square is equal to q square is equal to 10 power minus 12 by 2. Okay, upon calculation we'll get it as, okay, we'll get it as 1.4 times 10 power minus 6 coulomb. That is option 1. Okay, write down. Okay, now completed. Okay, now over. Okay, fine. See the next question. That is, 2 point charges of magnitude 4 microcoulomb and minus 9 microcoulomb. Here, suppose A, we are having 4 microcoulomb. Micro means how much? 10 power minus 6. Okay, fine. This is the point B. We are having minus 9 microcoulomb. Minus 9 microcoulomb. They are separated by a distance. Okay, I am considering it as R, that is given as 0.5 meter. R is equal to 0.5 meter. The electric intensity is 0 at a distance. That is, electric intensity means that, okay, force will be 0. Force will be 0. Okay, at a distance x from A and y from B. Okay, they kept in between a charge, third charge, they kept it as 4 millicoulomb. Okay, okay. Suppose let us consider Q1 equal to 4 microcoulomb, Q2 as minus 9 microcoulomb. Micro means 10 power minus 6. Milli means 10 power minus 3. Third charge Q3 equal to 4 milli means 10 power minus 3. Okay. Okay, fine. Now see, between A and B, we are having attractive force. Okay. And between, suppose this is AC, C. Okay. Either AC or BC. Okay. The, this force must be repulsive. Okay. So that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught AB. Okay. That is Q1 Q2 by AB square is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal and opposite. So Q1 Q3 by AC square. Okay, na? Is it fine? So upon calculation, we'll get as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught cancel and Q1 cancel. So Q2, it is minus 9 into 10 power minus 6 by R square. Afterwards, I'll substitute values. Minus Q3, 4 into 10 power minus 3 by AC. I will consider this distance as x so that CB will be R minus x. Okay. So upon calculation, we'll get as 9 into 10 power minus 3 by R square is equal to 4 by x square. 4 by, I know the value of R, that is 0.5 meter. Okay. So x square is equal to 4 into 0.5 whole square upon 9 into 10 power minus 3. Find the value of x. 4 into 0.25 by 9 into 10 power minus 3. Okay. That is 1000 by 9. So x is equal to, that is x equal to under root 10 by 9 into 10 meters. Okay. Hello. Okay, na? Okay, fine. Now see, they are asking to find x and y. Okay. This distance, it is 0.5. This is, I think here it is micro they gave, in the diagram it is milli they gave. Okay. Okay, fine. Like this, you can find, you will get answer this one. Okay, right. Or else, here you can use the direct formula is there. Shortcut is, it is d by under root q2 by q1 plus or minus 1. If both are positive charges or like charges, then it will be positive. If both are unlike charges, okay, here it is unlike charges, so I will use minus 1. If both are like charges, then it will be q2 by q1 plus 1. Here it is unlike charges, so so 0.5 by 3 by 2 minus 1. 3 by 2 minus 1, that is 1 meter. Okay. Okay, third charge is placed at 1 meter. So here it is 1 meter. From minus 9 microcoulomb, it is at a distance 1.5. By using shortcut, you can get very easily. That is, the formula is x equal to d by under root q2 by q1 plus or minus 1. That is, q2 by q1 plus 1 will be for when both q1 and q2 are for like charges. If q2 and q1 are unlike charges, then we will use minus 1. Here q1 and q2 are unlike charges. That's why I used minus. Okay, completed. Okay, fine. See the next question. A charge plus q is fixed at each of the three corners of a square. At each of the three corners of a square. On the empty corner, a charge capital Q is placed such that there is no net electrostatic force acting on the diagonally opposite charge. Okay. Suppose initially let us consider a square. Okay. A, B, C, D. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, a charge plus Q is fixed to each of the three corners. Say, for example, let us consider here plus Q, and here is also plus Q, and this one is also plus Q. Okay. On the empty corner, a charge capital Q is placed. Here capital Q is placed such that there is no net electrostatic force acting on the diagonally opposite charge. Okay. There is no net force acting diagonally here on the opposite charge. There is no force in this. That is FAC is equal to 0. FAC is equal to 0. So let us consider A is the side of a square. So here is also A. So AC is nothing but root 2A. Okay, na? Is it fine? So now we can say that here the force along AC, that is, I can write it as FAC is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q small q by root 2A whole square, and there will be a force. There will be a force. You can see this force is acting in this direction, and here it is we are having in this direction. Okay. Okay. Now we don't want this force. We are having the in this diagonal we are having this force. Okay. Okay, fine. Now we can say that here the force it is. Okay, or this one. Okay, that is this one it is. So F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. See, angle between the forces. Angle between the, suppose here it is. Here it is 45. So this is also 45. So we'll get it as root 2 sine 45. F root or F times sine 45. That is that is, you can see here, if I draw a perpendicular, that is this one, this is 45, and this is the FAC. Okay, FAC, here it is perpendicular, this is A. So we can write it as, okay, we can write it as this this value, that is sine 45 equal to, suppose this is f by FAC. So I can write as FAC sine 45, or else we can write as FAC is equal to f by sine 45. That is sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So I can write as root 2f. That is FAC equal to root 2 times 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by a square. So the force at A, it is nothing but root 2 times 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by a square plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught times capital Q small q by root 2a whole square. Okay, that is equal to 0. So it will be root 2 q square by a square plus small q times capital Q by 2a square equal to 0. Okay, upon solving, we'll get the value of capital Q. We'll get the value of capital Q. That is, take small q by a square as common. Root 2q plus q by 2 is equal to 0. So capital Q is equal to minus 2 root 2 q, small q. Okay, that is option 2. Okay, right on. Okay, na? Right on. Okay, na? Completed. Okay, na? Completed. Okay, Completed. Okay. Can I go to next question? See the sixth question. Electrical force between two point charges is 200 Newton. If we increase 10% charge on one of the charges and decrease 10% charge on the other, then electrical force between them for the same distance becomes for the same distance becomes as, okay na? Okay, completed this one. Okay, okay, fine. See, initially we are having the two charges. Initially we are having the two charges, two charges, such that what happens it is that one of the charge is increased by 10%, another one decreased by 10% for the same distance. Initially, I can write as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square, q1 q2 by r square. And this force, they gave it as, see, they gave it as 200 Newton. Okay, they gave it as 200 Newton. Okay, na? Fine. Now, it is what happens, it is that 10% it is increased. So, q1 plus 10 by 100 into q1. Okay, 10 by 100 to q1. Okay, so we'll get it as 11 q1 by 10, and another one it is decreased by 10%, that is q2 minus 10 by 100 into q2, that is we'll get it as 9 q2 by 10. Okay, now is it fine? Okay, fine. Now, so force it is F2 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 dash times q2 dash by same r square, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 dash times q2 dash means 99 by 100 times q1 q2 by r square. So f2 equal to 99 by 100 times f1, that is nothing but 99 by 100 into 200. Upon calculation, we'll get it as 198 Newton. Okay, see the option. Option it is 1. Option 1 na. Okay, write down. Okay, write down. Okay, na, completed. Over. Okay, na? Okay, fine. Okay, remaining three problems are there. You can see that is 7, 8, 9. I think another 10 is also 7, 8, 9. Okay, once you try, if not, I will tell in the doubt session. If you didn't get, I will tell in the doubt session. Okay, okay, fine. Now you can see the next topic. See the next topic, that is electric field. Listen carefully. Okay, from this topic, it is most important. Electric field, or we can also call it as intensity of electric field, which we will indicate with capital E always. Okay, always we will indicate with capital E only. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, now initially let us consider a charge. I am having a charge, either positive charge or negative charge, whatever it is, no issues. Okay, no issues. Now whenever we are having a charge up to a region, okay, this charge will be distributed. This charge will be distributed. Okay, like that. That means this charge is distributed in all the directions. Okay, let us consider this charge is distributed to a distance r in all the directions. Okay, such that here I'm having the points. Here I'm having the points, and observe carefully, all these points have a common point, that it is up to this distance the distribution of the charge is same. Okay, the locus of the points at which the distribution of the charge is same can be called as, that is this region. See, I am shading this region, can be called as electric field, can be called as electric field. Now here it is that point of concentration is, how I knows that up to this distance only the charge will be distributed, right? That means this charge can distribute more or it may be less. Okay, how do I know means, in order to check whether how much distance the charge is distributed. Okay, say for example, in our home also, whenever any supply, okay, suppose power is not coming, supply is not working, we'll call the electrician, and he will use a device called tester. Okay, that means with the help of tester, he will check the whether the supply is flowing, having any charged particles or not. Okay, that means he, with the help of tester, he is checking that whether the given supply is charged or not, right? So inside this tester will have an charged particle, that can be called as test charge. So test charge is having the magnitude, it is very less than the charge of a charged particle, but it will check up to what distance the charge is distributed. Suppose always this test charge will be positive. Suppose if I keep here, if the test charge does not experience any effect of the given charge Q, then I will move near here. Here also the test charge didn't observe any effect. So I am keeping here. Even here also, that is, I am moving the test charge closer to the given charge. Here also, I didn't find any effect of the given charge. So then I kept here. Okay. So like that, I am measuring the distance up to which the charge is distributed. Like that, I got the up to a distance r, up to a distance r, the given charge q is distributes its charge. Whenever the charge is kept at here, okay, that means the given charge is q and the test charge is q naught. So there will be a Coulombic force will act between the two particles. So F is equal to, according to Coulomb's law, I can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught times Q naught by R square. The separation distance between given charge and test charge is is equal to R. Okay. Now, electric field or intensity of electric field is defined as amount of force experienced by the test charge per unit charge. That is, here I am finding the field of the given charge. Okay, field of the given charge I am finding. So that's why I am keeping as F by Q naught. Okay, so that is F by Q naught means we'll get as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. Is it right? Mathematically, I can write as E is equal to F by Q naught. Since the magnitude of charge, test charge is very less, that is mathematically I can write limit Q naught tends to 0, because the magnitude of the test charge it is very less. That's why in our test books and in materials, in any reference book or materials, or, or else even in the NCERT textbook, we'll have electric field as limit Q naught tends to 0 F by Q naught. That is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. That is the electric field due to an point charge Q. It is my point charge now. Okay, remember the formula. That is electric field due to a point charge is given as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught times Q by R square. Q by R square. So SI unit of electric field. SI unit of electric field. That is force by charge. That is I can write as Newton per Coulomb. Okay. Okay. Na? Is it fine? Newton per Coulomb. Okay. Okay, fine. Suppose let us consider that I am having an Cartesian coordinate system. Cartesian coordinate system. Okay. With respect to origin, I am having a charged particle. Suppose like this, Q2 and Q3. With respect to origin, okay, here I am having a distance. That is, this charged particle can distribute its charge to a distance of r1, and the second particle can distribute its charge to a distance of r2. Okay, and similarly, the third charge can distribute its charge through a distance r3. Now I want to find what is the total electric field of these three charged particles. Of these three charged particles. In order to find the total electric field of the three charged particles, I can write as by applying the principle of superposition. electric field due to individual particles. Sum of the electric field of the three individual particles. Okay. In order to find electric field at the due to Q1, what I am doing it is I am placing an test charge. I am placing a test charge. If the test charge experience the effect of the given charge Q1, then up to this distance R1, we can say that it is distributing its charge. Similarly, at R2, similarly at R2, that is up to this distance, okay, the charge is distributed. Charge is distributed. Similarly, Earth. So I can write as E1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1 square and E2 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2 square. Right? Students, are you following? Okay, na? E3 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q3 by R3 square. That means even in the numericals also, wherever I want to find electric field, okay, at that place, I will place a test charge. I will place a test charge. Okay, na? Okay, fine. So here we can say that the total electric field is equal to, in all these terms, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. So I can write as Q1 by R1 square plus Q2 by R2 square plus Q3 by R3 square. Okay. Here I'm having the three charged particles. So that's why we are having, suppose if we are having smaller number of particles having the charges as Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on to Q1, Qn, Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on to Qn. And the position vector, it is given as R1, R2, R3 and so on to Rn. Then the total electric field I can write as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught times Q1 by R1 square plus Q2 by R2 square and so on to Qn by Rn square. Okay, na? Is it fine? Okay, na? Fine. Write down. Write down this electric field. Okay, na? This page completed. This page completed. Okay, fine. Write on this page. Okay, fine. Next one. Suppose let us consider a point charge. Let us consider a point charge. Suppose if I am having the plus Q, it is distributing its charge outwards. That's why for every conductor, the positive charge lies on the outside surface. Suppose you can see the distribution of the charge, the locus of distribution of the charge, the locus of distribution of the charge in all the directions. Okay, that means the locus of electric field due to a point charge. Okay, locus of electric field due to a point charge will get in the shape of a sphere. Will get in the shape of a sphere. That's why electric field due to point charge is equal to electric field due to sphere. Electric field due to point charge is equal to electric field due to sphere. Okay, na? Is it fine? Okay, fine. That means we know that electric field due to a point charge and system of charges. That is like this. System of charges means we may have more than one particle. We may have more than one particle will be there. Okay. Okay, fine. Now here, whenever we are discussing the electric field, it is directly dependent on the distribution of charge, or we can say it is an charge distribution. Charge distribution. This charge distribution will be of two types. One is continuous and another one it is discrete or non-continuous. Okay, same as in the mechanics, we studied in the center of mass. We studied the center of mass for continuous distribution and as well as for discrete distribution. Center of mass for continuous distribution as well as the discrete distribution. Okay, okay, fine. For continuous distribution, it means that suppose I am having an ring. Each particle will distribute its charge to the next particle like this. Okay, like this. Will have the each particle will have its effect on the next particle, so that we are having the distribution of the charge as continuous. Okay, in the discrete, that means the distribution of a charge on the next particle, okay, will not have. That means the particles will be much more far with each other. Here it is very close. Okay, I think in the last year you might study the solid sphere and hollow sphere. In the solid sphere, we are having continuous distribution, whereas in the hollow sphere, that means we'll have particles only on the surface. We don't have inside. We don't have inside like this. So each particle will not have the distribution of charge on the other particle. Okay, the best example it is hollow sphere or disc or hollow cylinder. Okay, disc and hollow cylinder. Whenever we are having these objects, okay, then we'll consider it is an non-continuous distribution or discrete distribution. For solid sphere means all the regular shapes like ring, rectangle, square, okay, thin rod, okay, thin rod, okay, and then triangle, okay, and then solid sphere. All these will have the continuous distribution. All these will have the continuous distribution. Okay. Say for example, even in your offline classes also, okay, whenever the teacher is distributing answer sheets, suppose if the answer sheet belongs to the last bench person, then what the teacher will do it is, teacher will say the first bench student to pass to the last bench student, right? That means they are distributing the paper from first bench to the last bench. If the any two benches are far away, then the distribution, that is, if that first bench student will goes to the last bench and he will, the distribution it is much more slower when the particles are far away. Okay, na? Is it fine? Okay. Now here we are having that electric field, okay, due to the continuous distribution. Say for example, let us consider I am having a ring. I am having a ring such that it is charged. O is the center of the ring. Instead of ring, you can also consider it as circular conductor. Circular conductor. Okay, na? Fine. Okay. Suppose let us consider this circular conductor is having a radius as r. Okay, and it is charged. Whenever it is charged on the outer surface, it is positively charged. On the outer surface, it is positively charged, and on the inner surface, it will be negatively charged. It will be negatively charged. Why it will be inside? Why the negative charge will be inside? We'll study in the lines of forces. Or else, you can see here, with respect to positive charge, the distribution of charge is outwards. Whereas for negative charge, the distribution of charge will lies towards the center. It lies towards the center. That's why, that's why here for any conductor, always positive charge resides on the outer surface of the ring. Outer surface of the ring. Okay. Say suppose like this. Okay. From the center of the ring, let us consider a point P, which is at a distance x, which is at a distance x. Now, I want to find, okay, find electric field at point P due to ring, due to ring. Okay, na? Fine. Okay, fine. Now, you can see. I need to find what is the electric field at point P due to this ring. Okay. Before going to see the electric field, here we'll have the two positions. One is axial position, and another one it is equatorial position. Equatorial position. That is, if the point lies along the line joining the charges, or if the point passes through the center of the conductor, then it can be called as axial position or axial point. Okay, let me repeat once again. If the position or the point lies along the line joining the charges or passing through the center of the conductor, then it can be called as axial position. Okay, if the point is perpendicular to the line joining the charges or perpendicular to the center of the conductor, can be called as equatorial point. Okay, na? Fine. Is it fine? Okay. So here P it is the passing through the P is the passing through the mm, passing through the center of the conductor. Okay, na? Fine. Right. Okay, na? Completed. Okay. Now see here, P is a point at which it is passing through the parallel or center of the conductor. So it can be called as axial point. In some textbooks, instead of writing P, they will write as axial point. Find electric field of a ring at axial point due to a ring. Okay, 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 na? Is it fine? Okay, fine. Now we can see here. Let us consider this point as A, this point as B, this point as B. That means here the charge is distributed. Okay, here the charge is distributed. Say for example, let us consider this like this. Okay, na? Okay, fine. Now charge is distributed. Okay. Now we are going to find the, okay, it is distributed at an angle theta. Okay. Now we are going to find electric field at point P. Wherever I want to find electric field, at that place, I'll keep a test charge. Okay. Okay. Now let us consider an infinite small element. Infinite small element having a charge as dq. Having a charge as dq. With this infinite small element, let us consider that a small electric field is acting at point P. Okay. Now, initially, why we need to consider at A only, I will tell. Okay. Firstly, see, let us consider an infinite small element at A. Okay. In this infinite small element, I am having a charge as dq, as dq. So here we are having an small charge is acting at point P, is acting at point P. Okay. That means from the triangle, you can see from the triangle AOP. I can write as at O it is right angle. So I can write as AP is equal to DE. So I can write as by using the theta. Okay. I want to find value of OP. OP is adjacent to the angle, so I'll consider cos theta. Cos theta is equal to OP by AP. That is nothing but OP by AP means DE. So OP is equal to DE cos theta, right? Why I am finding OP means along in this direction only, I need to find electric field now. If they ask to find equatorial point, that is this direction, in this direction, then I will consider the OA, that is D sin theta. Okay, now fine. Okay, and in the same triangle, you can see in the same triangle at O it is right angle. So I can write as AP square is equal to AO square plus OP square. AO it is nothing but radius and OP it is x. So I can write as AP is equal to under root R square plus x square. Okay, na? Is it fine? So OP is the x component or horizontal component of D, and AO it is the vertical component of D. So I am writing it as OP is equal to horizontal component, that is dx, that is nothing but dE cos theta. Okay, okay, called as equation 2. Since we know that dE it is the electric field due to small infinite small element. In this infinite small element, we are having a point charge, that is dq. That is electric field due to a point charge is given as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by, from infinite small element to point P, that is distance it is AP. So that's why I'm writing as AP square. Okay, na? Is it fine? Okay. So I can write as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq. We know the value of AP na. So AP square means R square plus X square. R square plus X square. Okay, fine. That is the value of T. From this triangle, you can see AOP. I can write cos theta in terms of distances as OP by AP. That is nothing but X by under root R square plus X square. Okay, na? So this is equation 3. Substitute equation 3 in equation 2. That is dEx is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by R square plus X square. Cos theta, we got the value, that is X by under root R square plus X square. Okay, so dEx is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught times X by R square plus X square whole power 3 by 2 times dq. In order to find the total electric field due to a ring, ring, I am integrating it on both sides. The total charge is Q and the total electric field is E. So upon integration, since we know that integral dx, it is nothing but x. So I'll write as Ex between the values 0 to E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught integral dq. With respect to q, I am integrating x and r constants. So qx by r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. That is electric field of a ring at axial point is given as E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught times qx by r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. Okay, that is the electric field of a ring at axial point. Very much most important formula. And even in the magnetism also, whenever we are studying the magnetic field, we'll find the what is the magnetic induction of a ring at axial point. At axial point. Okay, there also we'll get. Okay, okay, fine. First write on this one. First write on this one. Okay, na? Completed. Next. In the next class, we'll discuss the, once see this derivation, that is tomorrow class, we'll discuss the at what distance of x electric field is maximum. At what distance of x electric field will be maximum. Will be maximum. One of the most important concept. This question, that is at what distance electric field is maximum. Okay, in the JEE mains till now, okay, 4 to 5 times they asked. In the MSET and BITSET papers, they asked not less than 8 times. Most important topic. For that, firstly we need to know the what is the electric field of a ring at axial point. That is, formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught qx by r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. You must remember this formula. Okay, na? Fine. Tomorrow we'll meet. Okay. Tomorrow we'll meet. Once please go through this derivation. Electric field due to a ring.